Hi kids, welcome to Kids Church. It's another week together. It's so great. Even though I can't see you, I love knowing that you are watching and that we are still spending time together like this. So this week we had 3 of our gorgeous girls celebrate their birthday. The first one is Rebecca Skuman, just a week after her brother. Happy birthday, Rebecca. And Jenna Julius, we miss you in that class. Happy birthday to you. And our last one, but not the least, is Michaela Greener. Michaela, we miss you and we miss your dad, who's so great at teaching Kids Church as well. But happy birthday to all 3 of you. Now, as you can see, ta-da, my exceptionally neat handwriting and wonderfully printed pictures is all about the stories of the kingdom. This is our last week of this series, and we are just going to go through all of them in a fun way in just a moment. But let's try remember. The first one we did, do you remember Bailey and David acting like pigs in the mud? Well, I certainly found it very funny. It was about the boy who ran away, and that's the prodigal son. The next one was the Good Samaritan, and we had all those lovely girls who worked for the church, and the one was lying on the floor and the other one was helping. That was all about someone that helped another person. Right, the next week. Now, I remember Alan. He was searching everywhere for Benji the sheep. He looked all over his house, and eventually he found him. It's called One Sheep. All right, moving on. Who of you can remember 2 builders? There was a tent, and we had Kate and Ben Fenter, and they were trying to put the tent up, and the rain came. That was a fun story. Okay, the second last one. We had these very proper girls. Do you remember Pippa Modinger with the red hair? And she could not attend the great feast because she had to get her nails done. Now that was really funny, but it was all about people that made excuses to not enter the kingdom of God. And the last one. Do you remember some of this action that David and Sienna did when they were trying to make a bread? That was the parable of the yeast. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to call a few contestants, and we are going to have a game show. And I'm going to test them and see how much do they remember about our series, The Stories of the Kingdom. Kids, to the greatest show of all. It's called Guess the Parable. And I am Miss B, your host for today. Introducing my gorgeous assistant, Ducky. Hello! She will be taking the points. Now, I have 3 very competitive contestants today who want to win the prize of the big bar one for first place and a smaller bar one for second and third place. The first contestant is Miss Rainbow. Let's give her an applause. Second up, we have Mr. Turtle. Welcome, Mr. Turtle. Oh, let's play nice. And last but not least, we have the lovely Miss Frozen. She is a true combination of Elsa and Sven, with a little Christmas cheer. Right, what I am going to do today is I am going to say something about the parables. They need to think about which parable I'm talking about and show me a picture. The first person to show the picture gets the point. Are we ready? Okay, let's go. In this parable, something was lost. Oh, no! I'm going to give it to Miss Rainbow. Miss Rainbow got that point because it was the sheep that was lost. Okay, kids, the second one. In this parable, something got bigger. Yes, Mr. Turtle! Yes! It's a point to Miss Turtle, Ducky. The dough of the bread with the yeast got bigger. Third question. There was rain and wind in this one. Yes! Miss Frozen is feeling competitive. 1 point to Miss Frozen. Okay, this parable is about forgiveness. No. Yes. Mr. Turtle. Mr. Turtle gets a point. It was about the boy who ran away and was loved by his father. Okay, in this parable, somebody got hurt. Excellent, excellent. I'm giving that to Sven, Elsa, Miss Frozen. Okay, are you ready, guys? The next one. People made excuses in this parable. Excellent, I think it might have been Miss Rainbow. Ducky, I'm going to need you to help me see who, because I think this knot might start fighting. Okay, the next one. A boy ran away from his home. Excellent, excellent, Miss Rainbow, well done. He ran away and had to share food with the piggies. Okay, we have 4 more. Are you ready? There was a very kind person in this parable. I'm going to give it to Mr. Turtle. I could see his hand shoot up like that. Well done. The Good Samaritan. Miss Frozen, you are lagging behind here with 2 points. Rock and sand. Excellent, Miss Frozen. That was about the 2 builders. 2 more left. Who's going to take the points? Everyone was invited to this. Who was that, Ducky? Miss Frozen. Excellent, Miss Frozen. Okay, this is the last one before our bonus round of 3 questions. Jesus will always look for us. Mr. Turtle, you were very quick there. Let's give that to Mr. Turtle. So, kids, as you can see, Miss Rainbow, 3 points. Mr. Turtle is sitting on 4 points. And right alongside him, Miss Frozen on 4 points. I have 3 questions left. I want you to think hard about these questions. All right. In this parable of the 2 builders, what did Jesus mean when he said we should build our house on the rock? It's a difficult one, Ducky.
I think it's about building on solid foundations like the Word and having a relationship with who He is.
Oh, Miss Frozen, that was such a beautiful answer. Absolutely, let's give her a point. Wonderful. Excellent work. We need to build our lives on Jesus, our rock. Second question. In the parable of the boy who ran away, the prodigal son, how did the father react when the boy came home? Oh, yes, Miss Rainbow.
He celebrated?
He celebrated. Absolutely. He said, let's party. Miss Rainbow, you've got 4 now. You're neck and neck with Mr. Turtle. In the story of the Good Samaritan, what did he do that was so good? Yes, Mr. Turtle?
He loved his neighbor.
Absolutely. He loved the person that was hurt. I like your answer. Oh dear. Ducky, it looks like we might have a tie. We've got Mr. Turtle and Mr. Frozen. Miss Frozen. They are tied. I think I need to throw in a bonus question.
Good idea.
Ducky, do you have a question for them? Let's think. Okay, I've got one. Can I give the one? Okay. Yeast makes dough rise and change. Who changes us?
Jesus!
Oh, yes, Miss Frozen! She is the winner. Isn't that wonderful? 6 points. Ducky, will you please hand over the gift to Miss Frozen and the smaller ones to the other 2?
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ducky.
Okay, let's leave them be now. Kids, it was such a fun day with you. Now remember our memory verse, Matthew 6 verse 10, that says, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Kids, I really can't wait to play these games with you again soon. Now next week, there isn't going to be a Kids Church video because we are all gathering together as families on Zoom. I bet most of you know what Zoom is by now. And we're going to see each other, even though it's going to be online. We'll get to wave at each other and say hi. So kids, love you all. Bye.
Bye.